Hey guys, it's Victor, King of the Morons, and I believe you have my stapler. Yes, I had to educate I told my wife when I bought this t-shirt, you know, she said, why are you gonna buy that t-shirt? Stupid. Can you guys see this t-shirt? And she said, and I explained it to her, it comes from the office, of course. I believe you have my stapler, right? And I was surprised, like 2 years later or so, maybe a year and a half later. I said, do you remember what this is from? She said, that's from The Office. And she's never seen the movie. So, anyway, today's question comes from a gentleman with the initials CP. I'll do it that way. I don't know if he wants me to say his name. He said I could laugh at him. Here's his deal. He says he expects to be laughed at. He thinks his question is moronic, and it most likely is a bit, but because it has to do with women, and women always screw up your sensibilities. So, it's about a woman, a Japanese woman that he's fallen in love with, and he's doing all these things to help her out. And I believe, this is kind of funny, but I believe that he has become her boyfriend, and he doesn't actually realize it yet because he hasn't done the dirty deed, if you know what I mean. And what else could that mean? I really do hope you know what that means. But basically, they're hanging out all the time now. They're hanging out all the time, and he's afraid that she's getting mixed messages. Now, I hope that this can only mean that he hasn't kissed her yet, because otherwise, if he's kissed her and he still thinks that she's getting mixed messages, because I don't know what, you know, only kissing her every other day or something, every other time you meet, that might be strange. But his question is what to do, right, to make sure that she understands that he likes her. So apparently, she apparently, I can't really tell how good her English is from this email, but he's asking me what's the best thing to say to her, like "anata wa omottemasu," which I think he's trying to say I'm thinking about you. And these other sentences, "anata nashi de doshitara ii no," what will I do without you, as if she's leaving, which also doesn't make sense. I would say neither of those are good. I would also say do not say I love you, because in Japanese nobody says that. Aishiteru. I wouldn't say aishitemasu. I wouldn't say those words. I would say suki desu. Or I would just tell her in English, I'm sure she can understand I like you, and then say I really like you. And probably the fact that you're saying in English will be even more of a turn on. And then kiss her, and then do the dirty deed. And I think there should be no misinterpretation, no misunderstanding then. But he wants to know, here's the question itself, and I'll put part of this in the description. What kind of things can I tell her to indirectly let her know that I'm interested in her without creeping her out? Well, that's the problem. Why do you want to indirectly tell her? Why not just tell her? Wrong pipe. I just remembered something. I just got a similar message on Facebook the other day. So I'm going to look that up at the same time. A guy... Where is this guy? Shiro? No. What's his name? A guy sent me an email asking me what to do about a girl that he likes. Where the hell is it? Oh, no, I don't know where it is. Of course, it could be gone. Maybe he erased it. Yeah, it was ridiculous. He's asking me basically to do everything but date her. I don't know what to do. This girl, I really like her. What should I do, you know? Yeah, I don't see him anymore. Where the hell is he? Oh man, I hate that when I want to tell you guys something. Well, I don't need this. This is funny. He's like, I met this girl and I like her, and I finally got her to go on a date with me. And the two choices are I take her out for dinner or I bring her back to my place and I cook for her. What should I do? Here's the thing about these two guys asking me these questions about what should I do, what should I do. She's just a girl and you're just a guy, and I wouldn't worry too much about it. In the end, trying to adapt to meet her imagined expectations that you have, you're just going to end up making some silly mistake. Just be yourself, because in the end, that's what, if it's going to work out, that's who she's going to end up with. It's yourself. And go for it. You know, the worst that can happen is she will say, I'm sorry, I don't like you. Okay? First Japanese girl I ever dated in Japan. Oh, in the world? In Japan, yeah. years and years ago. Her name was Yasuko, I can tell you that now, because she's married and lives in a different city and never watches me. We have no contact. She worked at I worked at an English school part-time every Thursday night. And my first day at that English school was her last day. But I did find out, because of our conversation, where she worked. So, I started stalking her, basically. Not in a real creepy way. I would go to her bookstore. She worked at the bookstore, a big bookstore, now out of business. I would go to the bookstore, and I was always looking for books anyway. I was buying books all the time. In fact, I still probably bought this book at that very bookstore. This is a dictionary, of course. By the way, so I study. I underline words that I've learned in red, and I do this again and again. And I make little notes in different colors. So when I'm studying, if there are two different colors on one word, it means I studied it twice, which means I'm dumb. I should remember by now. Good book, by the way. Full of example sentences. Okay, back on track. So I started hanging out at the. I started looking for her whenever I was at the bookstore, because I used to go to the bookstore quite a lot. I was a bigger reader then. And I would just talk to her. You know, I believe the British expression is chat her up. And eventually, you know, I think I asked her out after the second time or third time, and she kept saying no. She kept saying no. Finally she said yes. We went out for drinks, then we went out for dinner, and then we went back to my place. And all my perceptions of Japanese women were just destroyed that night, because I just thought this was going to be a long, drawn out, nothing's never going to happen kind of, no dirty deed's going to be done kind of thing. And it wasn't like that at all. Her English was terrible. My Japanese was almost non-existent. But we managed to have a short but fun relationship for a while. Until I met another girl that I liked a lot more, and who could actually communicate with me. So in the end, it was all about communication for me. This is like again 23 years ago. I'm a little spotty on the details, and I was 23 then. So 22, 23, whatever. Anyway, the point is, I didn't try to you know. The only thing I did try to do is learn her language. But I didn't try to, you know, come up with this really cool romantic thing to say. This guy, he did all these nice things for this girl. He bought her miso soup and made a CD for her. And you know, the girls like stuff like that. I don't know. I've done that for girls too. You know, if I had to start over now, I don't know if I would be like, do girls still do this? I don't know. Do they still want CDs? What music would I give a girl now? I don't know. That's a hard one. I don't really listen to new stuff much anymore. By the way, if you have some good new music that you'd like to introduce to me in a video form, drop it in the comments and I'll approve it. I'm interested. It's got to be new though. It's got to be something new and good quality. And I'm not talking about big bands. Like I'm not talking about One Direction. I'm talking about people who make their own music. You know, play their own music, instruments, musicians. Anyway, so let's see. So it looks like he's doing fine. So here's the thing. Bottom line: be yourself. Don't worry about the fact that she's Japanese. In the end, people are just people, and it's going to work out or it's not. But it's not that hard. Thousands of us in Japan, tens of thousands of us have gotten married, have had girlfriends. So it's, you know, if one man can do it, another man can do it. Don't worry about it too much. But you got to relax. You just got to relax and you got to come and you kind of got to face the fact that it may not work out. But that's okay, because every woman that you fail with just brings you one step closer to the woman you're supposed to be with. So next time you break up with a woman, just think, well, now, you know, even if it was a long relationship, you know, I'm really sad, I'm going to miss her, but now I know that that wasn't the girl, and I'm just going to get closer to the girl that I'm eventually going to end up with, who will then marry me and make my life miserable forever. Just kidding, guys. Anyway, that is my... That's my advice. Don't worry too much about the fact that she's Japanese. Being Japanese is not like being a unicorn. You're not a fictional creature. You're not an alien. You're just another human being. And everything is going to be fine. So just relax, be yourself, and good luck. Best of luck to you guys. Yeah, and please don't send me emails asking me what to do on your dates and shit like that. I mean, I wish I had the time. I'd like to, put me on Skype and I could come along with you, but I just don't have the time. It's not like I think you're silly. I'm happy that you guys are doing the deeds and having fun and stuff like that, but I really can't. I can't hold your hand through these situations, right? And really, what's the fun in that? Go out there and make your own mistakes and learn, and then you'll grow to be a wise old man about town like I am or was. Now that I'm married, I don't know if I'm that qualifies anymore. But anyway, that's all for now. Thanks for watching, guys. Talk to you soon.